start with an opening statement from Coach.
Yeah, another easy win, I guess. Really proud of our guys. Thought we played well in a lot of areas. We made a few little mistakes that could have cost us a game, but these guys stuck together. Came up some big pitches, and then Schroeder hits a big home run. But what an unbelievable start from Tyler Schmitt. So really proud of our guys, and obviously we put ourselves in a poor position from a seeding standpoint, and it's do or die every day, and we found a way to get it done. So we'll enjoy this for a little while and move forward.
Okay, we'll open up for questions now for Jacob and Tyler.
Can you talk about your pitch mix, especially with the off speed, to some of the Michigan batters?
Well, I got a curveball, slider, and changeup, kind of just fluid mix going with the feeling. Good game plan by Coach Lou and Coach Hartleb today, just kind of keep those hitters off balance. But mainly right-handed hitters attacking them with the breaking stuff, slider and curve, and then changeup, using it a little bit more towards the end of the game to kind of keep them off balance, give them a different look.
That game plan was not Coach Hartleb.
That was a stock answer, too. A little personality.
So, Jacob, you were named to the all-defensive team today. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Your bat also was speaking today. Can you talk about your offensive power today?
Well, I got to shout out my teammates first because I was 0 going into that at bat. But, I was just trying to extend the inning, 2 outs. My approach was to hit a line driver at the second baseman. I looked at him before the pitch and told myself stay on top of a heater. And he happened to hang a slider, and I just put a good swing on it. That's all I can say. I didn't try to do that or anything.
Can you talk about just being here at the stadium and maybe we're leaning on teammates like Jacob who have been here before in this situation with the Big Ten tournament, but this being your first one?
Yeah,
Can you talk about the atmosphere and what you took in today?
Yeah, it's pretty special. I mean, from the jump when we got to the field, I kind of just took it in, understood like I've never been here before, but this is what I trained for. These venues playing on these stages. And I mean, credit the leaders on our team. Quags and Schroeder are very good at calming us down and kind of setting the tone. So they did a great job setting us in, and I'm just really proud of what we did today, and I had a lot of fun.
I'd like to add that he just is loose in general. Like, I have to beg him to show a little emotion and intensity. So he's kind of meant for these games.
But yeah, he's brought a lot of good out of me, so appreciate it.
I'll jump in on that a little bit. I know it's not my time, but you look at where Tyler was at the beginning of the year, nervous, and the way he's matured and settled in and really believes in himself is special. One of the things, I don't think this was on TV, but Tyler's on the mound. We misplay a ball in right field. It's a run. He didn't go to the dugout. He went straight towards right field, picked his teammate up, went out, and then shoved next inning. So that's special.
Jacob, talking about the emotions in that ninth inning, made the double play, turning it from home to first base. From an outsider, I've always thought that's going to be the hardest play in baseball, especially in that moment. How do you not overthink in that situation?
It's a good question because I had about 100 things go through my head before I caught that ball. But you just kind of relax and trust your instincts, trust what you train for. I wasn't sure I was going to have a great lane to throw to first base. I wasn't sure I was going to have the time to do it, so I'm thinking maybe pump fake, look at the runner behind. But you just trust your teammates like Quags. He gave me a good feed, and I knew I had enough time, and I just didn't think, just threw the ball, and that was a huge play for us, huge to get out of that inning.
Any other questions for players?
Tyler, could you just talk a little bit about cleaning up like the 4th and 6th inning, even giving up a run, like being able to keep yourself up?
I would just say it's just a matter of trusting your teammates. I know that physical mistakes are going to happen, like it happens to all of us. I'm not going to make my pitch all the time, but I just really leaned on myself and trying to take a deep breath and relax, like nothing happened. So just reset and get those guys outs because those are huge outs for us. So just trying to do my job.
And Jacob, could you talk generally a little bit about how the offense developed from your perspective through the course of the 20 minutes?
Yeah, we took advantage with Schupman coming up with that big hit in the first. We took advantage of some free bases. That was great for us just to kind of get the jitters out and have a lead, kind of relax. And then as the game went out, they brought in who I thought was their best arm, and he really shoved, but we got his pitch count up, thankfully for me, because, I did a great job of that. I struck out twice to him, so I saw a lot of pitches, and, we got his pitch count up, and we saw some other arms, and, late in the game, we just came up with some big hits, Drake, Z-Big, and, you just go with the game and try not to panic when the bad things happen.
Tyler, you hear Jacob talk about settling in. How did that 3-0 lead help you get under control?
Oh, it's huge. I mean, having that lead just kind of is a weight off the shoulders. So getting that lead, especially from the sticks, it's a big deal and kind of sets the tone for the rest of the game that we're going to be in front and we're going to act like we're in front. So.
Jacob, Tyler, thank you for your time. You can go back to the locker room. Thank you very much.
Thank you, guys.
Shout out Allie O'Haron. She's cool. She told me to say that.
You take it.
She'll get you in trouble.
Thank you. Questions for Coach?
Coach, Michigan, obviously a team that you have a lot of history with last year's tournament, and then also close series loss this year. What did the win today mean in terms of redemption?
Well, it's always nice to come in and win, right? Michigan's always a really good team. Tracy Smith and I have a really, really close relationship, and so you never want to lose to your buddies. But, anytime you beat a Michigan team, you're going to beat a really good team, and it's going to take a great effort. So, we're fortunate to come out with a win today and proud of our guys.
And then what are you telling to your players after they make those errors out in the field to pick them up?
If you watch me in the dugout, I don't say a lot. The only time I say something is if we're not playing hard, we're not hustling. That's when I kind of lose my cool a little bit. But other than that, I don't say much. I just think everybody prepares differently. Everybody responds differently. And the team takes care of each other, right? There were enough guys that were going to either, tell those guys to get their job done or you just have to put it behind you. My biggest thing in the dugout is if the players are worried about me, we're in trouble. Like, they really need to worry about competing. When you compete, you make mistakes at times, right? I mean, we made some routine blunders today, and it didn't bite us. And again, you just have to put it behind you. I mean, if you look at some guys that made some pretty routine mistakes today, they still were a factor later on, and so they just need to stay focused. Part of it, it's like if you look, I have to make a ton of decisions, and I'm going to make mistakes. And if I make a mistake, those guys got to pick me up, right? And so, just part of what the game's about.
Can you talk a little bit about the physicality of your outfield today, especially Colin Jennings made some incredible plays early?
Yeah, Colin Jennings. Our whole outfield, did a good job. We put Mazzucano in late. Goes to the fence and catches the ball to end the game. Vito in left has done a really, really good job, become a really good defender. Colin Jennings is a really special story. He was a walk-on, came because of academics, has earned, money, and he's a 3-hole hitter, center fielder, and we had him in center field because it's such a big outfield that we felt like, he would be the guy who could go get the ball anywhere. Our best defender in the outfield, and one of the best human beings you could be around. He's an engineering student, just well-rounded, a special person, and is turning into a really special player.
You go to Zach in that moment, and you decide to pitch to Mitch. You pitched around him a little bit, so maybe you kind of backed into the count a little bit. But what was your approach there, and what confidence do you have in Zach?
Well, I've got great confidence in all our pitchers. Really, really good confidence with Zach. It's, you can pitch around guys. You better be in the right position to do that, right situation. We've had some times this year when we haven't pitched around guys. You walk them, the next thing you know, everything snowballs, and you're giving up runs. And so I'm not, I believe in scouting reports, and I believe in tendencies, and I believe in weaknesses, but the thing that I believe in most is our players, and you go with their strengths. And so I'll take our strengths, going against somebody else's strengths any day. If you don't believe in your own guys, you shouldn't be in it.
Anything else, Coach?
All right, thanks, everybody.